Hey folks, hope everybody's having a great day. I got my BGS order back. This was the BGS order where I anticipated the subgrades and the overall grades. So I'm going to show those to you right now. I will tell you, I'll preface it by saying that my grades versus their grades were all over the place. Very little accuracy, but I'm going to jump right into it. I'm actually going to start off with a card that arrived the afternoon that I did that video. So I decided to send this one off. You didn't see it in the video, but I thought it'd get an overall 9.5/10. It was this 2017 Bowman Chrome or Bowman Draft Chrome Royce Lewis Auto, and it did pull a 9.5/10. It's a True Gem Mint Plus because it has 3 9.5s and a 10 subgrade. So that's a very nice card. Now, to get to the grades, I'm going to start off with my disappointments and work my way up. So you're going to know right off the bat that the first card or two are kind of way off for me. We'll start off with the Looka. On this Looka, I anticipated the centering of a 9.5, edges 9.5, corners 10, surface 9.5 for an overall 9.5. This was an extremely clean card, and I'll say that every PSA 10 that I looked at of this card had the exact same centering as this one. So I'm going to break this out and send it to PSA. If it comes back the same grade, that's fine because it'd be worth more in the PSA case. But I think there's a decent chance that it'll get bumped up with PSA. It got an overall 9 with 8.5 on the centering, 9 on the edges, which the edges were very clean. This set is sort of known for its it doesn't have super clean edges. It comes that way from the printing press. But the edges are nice. The corner is 9.5, which is the big thing that I think PSA looks at. The surface is a 9. The surface looked very clean to me. If it comes back in a PSA 9 case, I'll be fine with it because it'll still be worth the cost of whatever it is, the $12 to have it sent off, which includes shipping and handling and everything, insurance to put it in that PSA slab. So that was a disappointment. Next one here is a disappointment. This was the one that I had anticipated would come back a pristine 10. A beautiful looking Alex Bregman. This is a 2017 Topps Chrome Refractor. This is a variation, a short print. Just a very nice looking card. My anticipated subgrades, and I spilled coffee on these. I don't think I said that up front. I spilled coffees on these index cards earlier this morning. But I anticipated a 10 on centering, a 10 on edges, 10 on corners, and a 9.5 on the surface for an overall 10 pristine. And it came back a 9.5, and not just a 9.5, a minimum, or almost minimum, 9.5 with a 9 on centering. The centering looked great to me. Edges 9.5, 9.5 on corners and surface. So those were the disappointing cards right there. This next one didn't do horribly on it. It's a Corbin Carroll out of Sapphire, Bowman Draft Sapphire 2019, purple, numbered out of 10. I had anticipated a 9.5 on centering, 10 on edges, 9 on corners, 9.5 on surface for an overall 9.5. And it got a 9.5 with 9.5 on centering, 10 on edges, 9.5 on corners, and a 9 on surface. These cards they've had issues, a lot of surface issues. I see a lot of 9s on the surfaces. So the few that I have seen graded by BGS, I've seen a lot of 9s on surfaces. So that is not uncommon with that card. The next one was a sort of a pleasant surprise. This was the 2017 Heritage Red Ink Moncada. I gave it a 10 on centering, which is going to make me laugh when you see this. The grade 9.5 on edges, 9 on corners, 9.5 on surface, and it got a 9.5/10 with a 9.5 on centering, 10 on edges, 9.5 on corners, and a 10 on surface. Half a point away from a pristine 10. There are no PSA 10s of this variation. There are 2 variations of the Heritage Red Ink Auto. One has him in a Red Sox uniform, and this is the high number version of him in the White Sox uniform. It's actually the preferred variation because it's with his present team. But I've debated sending this off to PSA in the case to see if it'll cross over to a 10. I'll probably stick it up with sort of a high buy it now, see if there are any offers on it, and make my decision after a week or two if it's still up for sale. But that was nice to get that back. And then the final card, which was very surprising to me, was this vintage stock Luis Arias out of 2019 Topps Update. This is the biggest coffee spilled card. For this, I'd put a 10 on centering, 9.5 on edges, 9 on corners, and a 9.5 on surface. And you should notice something here, a theme as to my corner grades versus the BGS grades for the overall 9.5. Well, this one came back a pristine 10 with 10 on centering, 10 on edges, 9.5 on corners, and a 10 on surface. So very excited about that one. A lesson learned for me is that I typically grade, I guess I always grade according to PSA standards. BGS is tougher, much tougher on centering than PSA is. For a PSA 10, the criteria on centering is that the card has to be 60-40 centering or better. For BGS, pristine 10, I think it's 50-50. For 9.5, I want to say it's 55-45, and for a 9 on centering, it's 60-40. So BGS is tougher on centering, but they are much more relaxed when it comes to corners. I think on just about every corner, I anticipated a half-point lower grade than what BGS gave it, with the exception of maybe the Looka. But I was very tough on corners, which is I sort of go by the PSA standard. But yeah, those are the 6 cards I got back from BGS. I can't stack them all up here. Luca's going off to PSA. Alex Bregman, I might send that one off to PSA too, see if that gets into a 10. The other cards, I'll probably throw them up. I'm not really tied to any of them. I do want to keep the Looka for a while. The other cards I'll probably throw up for sale, see if anybody offers anything, and if not, I'll send them to auction. But folks, that's it. Hope you had a great day. Hope you have a great day. Hope you have a great rest of the week. I should see you in a couple of days for a mail day. I've already got a good little stack of stuff. And till then, bye-bye.